Here we are discussing constitutional development that starts from Regulating Act of 1773 up to Government of India Act 1935. This comes under the polity in GS2 section 2. This is important for both prelims and mains. Regulating Act of 1773. 5 points. Under Regulating Act of 1773, Governor of Bengal became Governor General of Bengal. For assisting him, a 4-member executive council was formed, and the Bombay and Madras provinces made subordinate to Governor General of Bengal. East India Company employees are barred from any private trade other than East India Company trade activities, and also they are barred from accepting any bribe or gift from the natives. Mainly, 3 reports had to be submitted by the Court of Directors, that is MCR, military, civil and revenue reports separately to the British governments. And a provision was there for establishing Supreme Court with the Chief Justice and 3 other judges. These 3 reports submitted by Court of Directors. Now, the functions of the East India Company separated into political and commercial. Under political, these 3 subjects, that is military, civil and revenue brought, and a new body formed, that is Board of Control, for handling these political or administrative activities. And the commercial function of East India Company continues to be held under Court of Directors. So, like that, a double government. So, Pitt India Act 1784 constituted a double government by establishing 2 authorities, one for political, one for commercial. Another important points of Pitt India Act 1784. The possessions under East India Company are now onwards called as British possessions in India. Charter Act 1833. Here, Governor General of Bengal name changed into Governor General of India. The Governor General of India having power of civil, military and legislative for throughout the country. Since legislative power brought under Governor General of India, now onwards Bombay and Madras provinces are deprived of their legislative power also. East India Company as a commercial body stopped functioning here. Now onwards, they are trustee of majesty for handling British possessions in India. And Charter Act of 1833 attempted to make the civil service open for all, but Court of Directors objected that, so this provision not realized. But in Charter Act of 1853, the government succeeded in bringing open civil services, and a commission formed, Macaulay Commission 1854, for studying into this. And the legislative function of Governor General of India separated, and a new council formed, that is Central Legislative Council or Indian Legislative Council. It was a 6-member council. Out of that, 4 were locals and they were nominated by Madras, Bombay, Bengal and Agra provinces. East India Company functions continued without specifying a particular date. Now, 1857. 1857 is a landmark day because there happened Sepoy Mutiny, also called as India's first war of independence by V.D. Savarkar, or Revolt of 1854, or Indian Rebellion of 1854, or some others called it as North India's first struggle for independence, since only most of the North Indian princely states participated in the said struggle. So after 1857, government's nature or the legislation constitution development changed extensively. Let's see, Government of India Act 1858. Under Government of India Act 1858, Governor General of India post abolished and a new post came Viceroy, or we can say Governor General of India now onwards called as Viceroy. Viceroy will work under British Crown, not under East India Company. So Lord Canning became the first Viceroy of India. And a Secretary of State body formed in London with 14 members for advising the Secretary of States. The charge of Secretary of States for India and Secretary of States was a member of British cabinet and was responsible ultimately to the British Parliament. And the post Board of Control abolished. Now comes Indian Council